welcome to Keto in the Chaos. My name is Tammy and I have lost over 100 pounds in the last 8 months on a ketogenic way of eating, and I wanted to share my 5 tips for fast fat loss. Tip number 1. Get your macros. You're not going to be successful on a ketogenic way of eating if you don't have macros that limit the amount that you're going to eat of protein, fats, and carbs. Macronutrients are essential for life, and they're essential for you to be successful also in losing fat. But you need to know your number, the one that's best for your body size and sex, in order to be successful. The best way to get your macros is to go to Ketogenic Dieters on Facebook and join the group that has the stop sign in the cover photo. If you'll look in the pinned post and scroll down to the bottom, you'll find a chart based on height and sex that will give you the numbers of macronutrients that you should eat in a day. Another way to get your macros is to go to ketogains.com and use their calculator. Be careful when using the calculator and make sure you set it to fat loss and sedentary. We do not back our exercise on this way of eating. It's important to set those to 0 so you can get the optimal macros for fat loss. You have your macros. Tip number 2 is get your supplies. The things you're going to need in order to be successful on this way of eating: you're going to need a scale to weigh your body. You're going to need a measuring tape to measure your body. You're going to need a camera to take before and after pictures. You're definitely going to need a food scale for weighing your food. That's the only way to know if you're eating the correct macros. You're going to need a sodium source, a magnesium source, and a potassium source. Tip number 3, electrolytes. Electrolytes are so important. I wouldn't even start a ketogenic way of eating without a full understanding of electrolytes. Please watch my electrolyte video and get lots of information and tips on how to be successful in making sure you don't get keto flu. Tip number 4, pick your favorite proteins. Make a list of your favorite proteins and go buy a bunch from the store. Look for deals, and if you like steaks, look for sirloin roasts, and you can chop them up into the perfect size steaks for your macros. Pick proteins that are going to be a pleasure for you to eat and are going to be ones that make you feel happy on this way of eating. So don't try and eat tuna fish and other fishy foods if that's not your thing. Or don't try and eat steak if you don't like red meat. There's plenty of proteins to choose from. Pick your favorites. And tip 5, track and weigh and measure your food. So you're going to want a tracking app. My favorite is Chronometer, but you can use MyFitnessPal or any other tracking app, especially if it has USDA recommended entries. Once you have your tracking app, you can set it up so that it has the maximum number of carbs, the maximum number of fats, and the minimum number of proteins that you want to meet each day. Then as you input them into the app, you'll be able to see what you're going to eat before you ever eat it, so that you know you won't overeat your macros. You want to keep your macros at a calorie deficit, because even though you are in ketosis and your body is using ketones for energy, if you feed your body too much fat or too many calories, you'll still store fat and you won't be able to burn the fats that's on your body. So it's imperative that you stay within your macros, and the app will help you do that. Also, weigh your food in grams on a food scale. Keep in mind that 40 grams of protein is not the same as 40 grams of steak. 40 grams of protein is about 7 ounces of steak. And so you want to make sure that you are weighing out your meat and that you're inputting it, and then you're looking at your app to see how many grams of protein it contains. That's the easiest way to do it. You don't have to memorize how many proteins are in each ounce of meat or each gram of meat. But you do need to weigh and measure all your food and put it into your tracking app before you get going. And that's it. That's the entire diet. I promise if you try this for a few weeks, you're going to feel amazing. You'll have energy, you'll feel like you can do anything, and you will start dropping inches so fast. This diet is amazing. It's been the best thing that I've ever done, and I'm still losing, and I'm so excited to share this with you. Thank you for stopping by again to Keto in the Chaos. Again, this is Tammy, and I'm going to see you again soon.